Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's doing good and is having a good morning and all that jazz. Antflare here, making another video. I saw the positive reception that I had gotten as of recent with the new video I posted about Tuffle and Symbiotic Dive, which genuinely I am very, very glad to see and hear that everybody has been enjoying, even if it's just a video about me yapping about a bunch of kind of needless and also needed bits and pieces of information for the skill. I just wanted to do my due diligence on posting it just because no one really knew about it. And people have been asking me to make more Final Stand videos. So I kind of wanted to go over that a little bit with this and some other things while I'm here and while I am doing the fun chore of farming Equilibrium Capsule. Oh boy, killing 50 of these guys is real something special, I'll tell you that much. I also have God Key on this slide, as you've noticed, which is really cool. I'm a big fan of how this game does God Key, but I don't want to get sidetracked. So let me kind of get back on track here. So, a couple things. My YouTube channel is, I hesitate to say dead, but I also hesitate to say it's necessarily in a post-mortem state. It is quite literally a hobby, and I post when I feel like it, and I post whatever I really want. I am glad, for what it's worth, that people are enjoying this content, and it's the one video. But I want to make it clear that I'm not really a channel that kind of posts or keeps to one game. I just kind of post what I want. So honestly, I'm not entirely opposed to doing more Final Stand videos. I think the issue is more in line with the fact that there is already a lot of YouTubers that are vying for your attention when it comes to Final Stand. I don't strongly believe I would have much to add in that wave of people trying to make videos. Because realistically, everyone's trying to get that bag. Everybody just wants to post videos and either be famous or just, post videos for the love of the game, which is what I do. So, all in all, I am not opposed to making more Final Stand content. If anything, I'd be really interested to see what you guys would maybe want me to cover. Because again, this channel is, I do whatever I want. So if people want Final Stand content and I am interested in doing so, then I totally will. It's more just the bottom line of they take me time. Videos are difficult for me to make and to do, especially when they're of the more long-term commitment. I'm pretty busy. I have a full-time job. I only really had the time to grind out the Namek update because I had time off work, and even then, I still had to kind of fight for that time off because I had a lot of other family obligations to continue with. I love my family, though. That's not really an issue. But it more kind of chews me the time. And I'm an artist. I don't do art as frequently as I do videos. That's a little more loose. But I do enjoy doing videos more, I'd argue, than doing art. Although art takes me a long time, so I am trying to keep a consistent thing going, where whenever I make a video, I upload some art and use that for the thumbnail, because I think that gives the video a bit more of an extra charm, rather than the AI-generated slop that you see all the time, especially for Final Stand videos as well. It is oddly prevalent. It's a little concerning. But I figured I'd make this video just as a response to a lot of the comments I've gotten, and also just to answer a couple of questions about Symbiotic Dive. So, a couple things to mention. I was going to make it a separate video, but I don't think it's really worth doing that, so I'll just leave a little timestamp here to cover some new bits and pieces. So, Possession was given the ability to revive dead teammates, which is really good, and I really, really like that. It works as how you'd expect it to. You just use the skill on somebody who's falling to the ground or dead, and you bring them back. You don't give them a health pack or anything, so your best bet is to have them get the fuck out of dodge the moment that you bring them back, and then have a Senzu, which I think is really important, and I think is also very worth mentioning. But I do appreciate that as a added application of the skill. Makes it much more good for clutch moments and just give it you a good opportunity as to when to use the skill. I think trying to use Symbiotic Dive is very tricky because you either... you do get credit now, but I think it's important that you learn when to use this skill and when not to. And I think this change gives it a good purpose as to when to use it, and not just, okay, I'm going to piggyback off this guy and let him do all the work while I just play Subway Surfers in the background. So that I appreciate a lot. Symbiotic Dive also, I found out, thanks to a good commenter, if you activate a God form while you have a Tuffle dived into you, who has dived into you, you will kick them out upon activation. You cannot stay in it so long as this is active, so to any users of God Key, Saiyans and Namekians so far, keep this in mind when you have a Tuffle with you. Oh yeah, also Tuffles now have the ability to leave the body at will at the press of either H or F. Unfortunately, this means if you type in the chat box, you will also be kicked from the body, so be careful about the typing. I'd recommend you type on Discord or on some other window and then copy the text and paste it just so you can still communicate with your teammates without getting kicked out. It's a little tedious, but I'm sure it'll get patched as time goes on. I think that pretty much covers most things about Dive in general, so we're going to move on. But, yeah. On a side note, I'd like to thank everybody who has supported that video and has subscribed to the channel, despite the fact I did mention I probably won't do more Final Stand content. But if people are interested, I wouldn't be opposed to it, as I've mentioned before. I would like maybe some ideas as to what to post. Keep in mind, I may not be down for everything. I'm just a guy that does a 9-to-5 and has a life of his own. I don't really know if I could willingly dedicate it to YouTube, especially since I never really intended this channel to ever post Roblox content to begin with. So, for what it's worth, I would like to keep my channel consistent in the terms of I post whatever I want on any game, on anything that I think is worth mentioning. A part of the reason I don't particularly upload on YouTube is because there's just so much content out there that there isn't really a reason for me to post videos because, oh, I like Final Stand. Oh, well, there's this channel that already covered this topic. What's the point in me covering it when really it's just a repeat of the same thing? So I would be down to post videos about stuff that isn't talked about a whole lot. For instance, here's a fun little nugget of information that I think is worth mentioning to those who haven't heard about it. Namekians actually do get a free 20 points from Nail. I'll show footage of where he's located. And there are also Blue Senzu beans you can find from over by the 100% freezer raid. You can... I'll put a video of that where that's located on the screen, but it's a quest where you just kill some dinosaurs and frogs without using key moves, and he gives you a bean that you can then plant, and those beans restore your ki. So, also really good and useful that I think is worth mentioning. One video I did have in mind that I would probably do, that I've been thinking about, is probably making a video covering all of the Namek capsules. As it stands right now, there's not a lot of videos that cover it. I think there's one, but it's a little shoddy. I'm not going to name the person, and I'm not going to discredit their work, because I appreciate that they tried to get the info out either way, but some of the descriptions and some of the mentions as to where to get these capsules are actually not at all accurate, so I was thinking of maybe uploading a video that would cover where to get this. So, let me know if you would like to see that. Anyways, I think that kind of covers most of what I had on my mind. Realistically, I just wanted to make a very quick and easy video while I was just farming these assholes just to help the time go by a little quicker. But, yeah. Once again, thank you very much for supporting the video. I'm very glad. It is probably my most viewed video on this entire channel thus far, which is crazy because it is probably one of the least amount of effort I put into a video. It's kind of funny how that works. So, by all means, please subscribe or like if you enjoy either the content or my voice. Really, you know, you do whatever. I'm just here when I feel like it, and I just post videos when I feel like it. So if you like that kind of wildly consistent inconsistency, then subscribe for that, I guess. But yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Thank you all for being very lovely and supporting the channel, and just having kind words to say. So please, I'm gonna kill this asshole. Jesus Christ, I fucking hate these guys. There we go. So thank you all very much for supporting the channel. Have yourself a good day, or good night, or good wherever you are, and please, take care. If I don't see you today, and if I don't see you tomorrow, then have a good today, and have a good tomorrow. See ya!